All right, here we are. Wow,
Right?
they're actually
Yeah,
very
so close.
yeah,
Wow.
very close to one another for game 2. And again, to those maybe watching this later on YouTube or just joining the stream, this is game 2 between Metal and Dracont. Last time, Dracont was Turks and Metal was Japanese, and this time it is switched. In the red we have Metal, in the blue we have Dracont, and as Dave and I said right away, they're very close to one another. Dave, what do you see
Already
right off the
fighting.
bat?
Already fighting over those two sheep. But Dracont's gonna get him, and I think Metal's got this fight. That would be really bad for Dracont if he lost his scout early.
Oh, I'm trying to figure it out.
No, they both parted ways. They're fighting over those deer and the sheep, because Metal's deer are actually like almost in Dracont's base, which is
Yeah,
unfortunate.
Metal's gonna go
And of
lure in a
course,
deer right now. That was a really close fight, guys. They're both on 9 HP. Someone would have died. That was smart for both of them to go back. Let's look at the rest of the base, shall we? We have Stone in the back for Dracont. Also gold in the back, which is really good for him. It will be...
that deer is trolling him so bad. It just went all the way around the berry bush. He took a loop-de-loop around the berries. Watch, it's gonna go the opposite side of that, wrong side of that straggler tree now.
Alright, I'm
Oh no,
watching it
it's
now.
actually cooperating. Okay.
He has a fairly good base, but the problem I think for Dracont as Japanese is that he might not be able to boom, or he might need to be fairly aggressive against a Turk player who could drop a castle right next to his own walls and then maybe batter his way through. So we'll have to see what Metal chooses to do. We talked about how he could fast imp, but now I think he could fast castle, put a castle up on the front, and then try and pressure in the castle age. Both
Yeah,
players trying
Metal.
to learn their deer, but this will be nice.
Well, Dracont's luring in Metal's deer. So, like, Metal was pushing that last deer, and
Yeah.
now he decided to go scout around the other side of his base. I think he wanted to find another relic, which he has done right now.
Well, let's talk about the
And
relics as well then. But the only other thing I actually want to say before that is Metal does have a forward gold and a forward stone. They both have one stone and gold in their base, and that's it. And all the other resources for Dracont are on that right corner. But the relic for Metal is on the right corner. There's relics in the middle then, and they're evenly placed in my opinion. There's actually one to the left of both their bases, smack in between. So I really don't know how much they're going to commit to going after the relics, but we'll have to see.
so Dragont's filling up that hole. He doesn't want any funny business from Metal Scout. And Metal's pushing in his second deer. The problem here is that Dracont's going to have... He's already pushed in one of Metal's, and he has 4 in his base. So he's going to have
Yeah.
5.
Well, I think in total he's pushed in... Yep, you're right. You're right. I can do math, guys. I can do math. So Metal's going to have a total of 2 then, right? He already collected 1 and...
Which isn't bad.
So.
It's not terrible. Sometimes
It's not bad,
you only get 2.
But I favor the Japanese economy because they have cheaper lumber camps and cheaper mills. So I think that Dracont actually has benefited from this start. And a reoccurring theme is that players cannot find their starting sheep. Like in the corner of the wood lines. You see that? Dracont now?
Yep.
Has the sheep in the corner.
He should be exploring with that one sheep, though. He should go into the corner there and find that. He hasn't explored like any of the map. Like if you compare his exploration, actually Metal, I guess they're both concentrating on pushing those deer in, because I say that Metal hasn't really explored anything either.
Yeah, I think they're just focusing on their economies right now, and also might be in the back of Dracont's mind that he is a 6 HP scout, while Metal has a 9 HP scout, so he doesn't want to lose that scout because it's so important. Someone's saying, what is the white dot in the woods? That is a wolf, guys! That is a wolf! He is trapped. He's trapped forever until someone cuts him out. They probably will not do. That happens sometimes. Okay, so if I were to make a prediction now, Dave, I would say that Metal goes up a little bit later, and he's already going to stone, so I think this is going to happen. And he's going to put a castle right on this corner, and then he will play it by ear from there, or play it by sight. But I think he's going to try and pressure in the castle age. He's not going to try and fast imp just because these bases are so close to one another. What do you think?
I agree. Well, actually, I think he'll decide later and when he sees how it's going, because the castle can go up and he can still fast imp.
Yeah.
He just has to sacrifice any chance of booming later in the game. So he has to go all in on the push.
Dracont's in a good position to do whatever he wants, but he has to think about the possibility we just talked about. He has to think that, hey, you know, Metal might have really strong Janissaries in a second. He might put a castle up on my base. You know, you never know. That we're so close. So let's put a defensive castle up. So he's going 3 to stone, and I think they're both actually going to go for some type of castle.
Yeah, they'll both go for a castle. And Dracont's waiting. He's at 27 vills now. He's not clicking up. So
really late.
Is he going to go fast imp?
Yeah, this is really late. And late enough where Metal would know. Fast imp Trebs and Monks, maybe? I mean, because they're so close, this is kind of surprising, but it might work.
28 vills. Fast imp to counter a castle drop. Might work.
Wow.
Might work indeed.
I was not expecting that at all.
That's the problem. He's got to survive to the point where it can actually work.
Yeah. Keep in mind that Metal did not have the deer that Dracont had, so that'll really help Dracont out. He seeded his farms a lot later. He still has some sheep left, so that's helpful for him. I'm watching Metal's eco, and he seems to be behind. So much so he's sending villagers to gold, so he can maybe buy some resources to give to the castle age.
He'll be fine.
Oh, how did the scout get in?
Oh, scout war and Metal won it. And there's Dracont's got to be careful because there's a couple. There's one that's on 4 HP near his town center.
Oh, I see it.
Metal could be a really cheeky guy, but he's getting good information right now. He saw he was on stone with 3 villagers, which is a big deal, and he's going to see the uptime, so he might assume the fast imp strategy.
Yeah. And he would definitely continue to run around. He does not want to lose that. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. It's like I only have a runny nose, but I feel like I'm going to sneeze all the time. It's like weird allergies or something. But I'll try my best. Metal, I think, really benefiting from that. Not only did he kill Dracont's scout, but he's getting the scouting info. So 2 very important things. If you look at Dracont's point of view, he hasn't scouted outside his base at all, Dave. It's huge.
Nope. But at the same token, Metal can't go out and find those relics. He hasn't seen either of the 2 because he can't get out of Dracont's base now. So interesting. This will be very, very interesting. Metal now going a ton on gold.
Yeah, I think Metal is going to do what Metal does and just forget about booming up and go with a low eco approach. And if you guys, you know what? If you're a newer player and you don't like building multiple town centers, you can learn from this man. I'm not saying Metal is a newer player. I'm just saying if you want to go with low eco plays, learn from Metal because he does it all the time and he's pretty successful at it. Might actually go for a drop here, Dave. Villagers are going forward. Probably outside the gate.
For a drop. Yeah. For sure. You see where he tasked them to that palisade wall.
Exactly.
Better. So he's going to put it there or on the stone? Or maybe over there between the stone and the gold.
Well, he has all the scouting he needs, so he's going to make an
might
informed
be a
decision.
Decent enough place over there. Between the stone and... No, he's just going to put it here. Okay. I guess he's putting it here because it's wide open and he knows he can press in without not walling it off.
What you said last game is really important. It's hard for players to wall up in their own base now because they don't have anywhere to run in the back. So normally if there's a lot of space, Dracont could start walling immediately and then try and boom up behind and defend. But Dracont really can't afford to do that. There's no space here.
Castle Siege Monk push.
Wow.
That's a big investment for an economy with 30 villagers.
Oh, man.
That's all I'm saying. Like, he can barely afford a Mangonel right now. He can't even afford it. Oh, he's got 1 monk coming out. He'll snag all the relics, so give him credit for that.
Well, he's probably going to use the market as he just did. There's a castle for Dracont in this corner.
He's got the light cav there, preventing Dracont from going forward. It's a good move. So
all these
Dracont
villagers
can't
running
really wall
back.
behind that. But Dracont's putting 2 monasteries down now.
Okay, so Dracont is building a castle himself. What?
3 monasteries. He's gonna run out of gold real quick.
So this wall is going to be busted down. Janissaries are coming in. If you look at Dracont's point of view, I'm looking at his resources. He's definitely going fast imp here, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, 800 food, a ton of gold, but can he defend?
You know what we need? We need some snippy petards to kill the TC as he's going up to imp. That's what we need.
Oh man, get the petards in the chat, guys. I don't think that's going to happen.
He needs to go on a mission to that TC. Like, just a mission. As soon as he sees the score drop for him clicking up. Although, no, Dracont didn't click up. He went Sanctity Redemption.
Exactly.
And he's wasted all his gold.
Well, I think he recognized that,
monk's
he needs to fight this back. Yeah, the monk's going to go down.
He healed the light cab, so... And now the TC can't range the... Oh, and without... Oh, without
what
anything in the back to counter
what
that
a useless castle for Dracont. Look at the placement on this. What is it doing right now? Had he built it behind his town center or right next to it, would have been perfect. This is
No, Metal
so
can just
bad.
ignore it. He can just ignore the whole thing. He can even take that gold and that relic with the current range of that castle. It's not the greatest, that's for sure.
Oh, man,
and the TC might go down. No big deal.
It might go down. Both players on 32 villagers right now. Dracont only has monks. He is a better monk civilization. However, there's a lot of Janissaries here from Metal. And if Metal takes out the TC, it might be GG.
Metal's not even bothering going for the relics.
Yeah, I think he just wants to
finish
finish
this
this
fast. He knows where they are, and he's not even bothering with it. Oh, the Onager got, or the Mangonel got converted. Wow.
I see that, and that was actually pretty good micro for Metal. Okay, well, a ram coming out.
Interesting, like it. The Janissaries can protect that ram. It can hit the side of the TC.
And they cannot be converted easily either, so... There's a lot of monks from Dracont.
I'd love to see more light cav from Metal, but unfortunately... Oh, he's making another castle. Okay, so he's going forward with the castle drop.
Oh, wow. Let's go to his point of view, guys, and see where this is going to go. Oh, man, this is ballsy. You know what? This could actually... If this goes up, this could be the game changer because it'll range the gold a bit, and also it'll kill any monk that comes out of the monastery.
And he's going to lose his monks here, I think.
Dracont lost 1. The castle is on its way up. This is not pretty for Dracont. I think the castle will go up at this rate. Metal just needs to run around. Just delay. But then again, if the castle gets denied, that's a huge loss for Metal. The monks are coming out! It looks like Metal's just luring the monks away. What is this?
Man, but he should have converted the ram and then tossed it onto the castle. Like, come on, man. This is crazy. How many monks are going to go down? One Janissary
Is the castle going to go up? I think it will. Oh, man.
2 Janissaries converted, but he's out of faith. He has no faith.
The monks will go down.
In his abilities.
What was that, man?
Oh, that's crazy for such a short game.
Oh, so messy. So messy. I can't help but think that Dracont could have avoided all of that.
I like hear violins in my head when I look at that sad little castle that Dracont built at the bottom of the space.
I know, exactly. Exactly.
It did nothing.
Seriously, if that was next to his town center, it would have helped him out so much. He definitely wanted to go fast imp. He didn't have the time for it, and well played by Metal. It's interesting that the Japanese civilization has been unable to really do anything. I thought the Japanese would do a little bit better. I think Metal did a better job in game 1. But yeah, it's tied 1-1 now. And let's get into the next game.
I bet all my relics on Metal that game.
You did.
Yeah.
Let's see how much you won.
Were very good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I just heard a scream from downstairs, and someone in my house is a Man U supporter. So.
Oh, okay. Well, don't spoil it, please. Now I have to avoid the chat for 5 minutes because people will spoil.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to watch the game again.
What? Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
watched
watch
the
it later.
Oh, I didn't know you did that. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Was it a good? Don't tell me. I don't know if it's a good scream or a bad scream. So
I
don't
don't
tell
know.
me.
Turned
Don't
it
tell me.
loud noise.
All right. Okay, guys.